Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Mike here once again, and I am back in the library for a little bit with a very bright spotlight on my face, but it'll be fine, I promise you. Well, I hope so, because I'm going to do a bit of a different video now, a really quick fun one that I saw online. I wanted to have a little look and see if there were any kind of like fun other YouTube video ideas I could use. I have an itchy nose. To kind of just something different, break out from the norm a little bit and see what else I could do, be a bit more creative. And I found one which I thought was really fun, which was what's on my phone. Now, this is going to be fun. I'm going to talk you through my home screen on my phone, and I'll show you kind of like what apps I use a lot, on the kind of the main ones that I use. So first of all, this is an iPhone 6 Plus, and it's in a phone cover, and it's got a screen guard from Tiger, Flying Tiger, and I have had this phone for a really long time. I'm on the SIM only contract now, and it is actually coming to the end of its natural life. It really is. So I need to get on getting a new one, but for now it's fine. So my screen wallpaper is like this cool blue orange paint, like paint splat thing. I googled some phone wallpapers to see what was out there, and that's what I liked. And so my home screen looks like this. I don't know if you can see that very well. This is going to be a bit of a test. Oh, how about doing that? That's quite cool. Okay, so I've got Twitter up in the corner. You can follow me on Twitter at MJHonor, and I do enjoy Twitter, but I don't utilize it as much as I should. So my Twitter is mostly connected to my Instagram, so when I post pictures on Instagram I post them on Twitter as well, but I do enjoy Twitter. I like having a little read through what's going on. I see a lot of trailers and things on Twitter. I like the polls. That's quite cool. There's a poll here from Josh Walker, Beards and Books. Hi Josh. Write to friends of Twitter, if you're lucky enough to receive the godlike gift that is a publishing deal, do you plan on writing under your birth name or a pen name? I feel like this needs a poll. I am all about my own name. Just putting that out there. So yeah, no, I do like Twitter. I just think that I need to utilize it more and actually become a part of the conversation. I need to do that. I shall make that a resolution for March. We're in March now. Next I have Facebook, and Facebook is one of those things that I have stepped away from slightly because it just doesn't bring me joy. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just not something that I need in my life. I use it as a tool because Facebook Messenger is actually really useful to keep in contact with people that you don't have their numbers for anymore. And it's really nice when, say you go somewhere like a family party, and I take a lot of photos, so it's a really nice, easy way to post those pictures in one place so that the family can see them and take the photos that they want. So I do use it for that, but otherwise Facebook, I'm a bit crap. If you want me to see something on Facebook, you have to tag me in it, or you have to send it to me on Messenger, because I'm not very good. I don't go looking at it every day. I can even leave notifications there, and I don't know how about you, but if I get a notification on my phone, red circles, I have to get rid of the red circles. I can't cope. I don't like it. It's like an OCD thing. But on Facebook, I can actually leave them. I'm not bothered. Isn't that bad? And then next to Facebook, I've got Facebook Messenger, which again I do use quite regularly. It's very useful. And then next to it is my favourite, Instagram. So my Instagram name is at MJHonor as well, same as Twitter. And please follow me if you are into that. I love a bit of Instagram. It's really good as well. If you've got the chat on there now, you can talk to people, you can send people posts that they want to see, you think that they might like. I love the hashtag. I like searching for hashtags as well and getting to see all different types of things. And so I've opened it now, and it's on my friend Ryan James, who's an artist, and he said, I've just flipping through my sketchbooks this morning and I came across my art journals. It's been nearly 3 years since I participated in doing them. I'm aware of just how quickly I can start to take art too seriously, and creating just for fun, just for your own eyes, something I need a reminder of. I agree, actually. It's nice to be able to do something for yourself. And there's this cool little drawings that he's done. He's a very talented, clever boy. I'll link to him below. He has a channel, actually. I'll link to that too. So yeah, Instagram is my bag. Oh, look at this, another Ryan. But look, Ryan Hall 74. Ryan, your Doctor Who paper art is fantastic. I am a big fan. amazing, amazing. I love Instagram. It's my favourite thing. I just get so much from it. I don't know if you guys are the same. So I've got my text messages and my WhatsApp constantly in use, to be honest. WhatsApp is with me. I've got my YouTube Studio. Obviously, being a YouTuber, the YouTube Studio app is actually really, really useful. You get to see your comments and you get to respond to stuff on there, and you get your analytics and things like that. That's why I do find that useful. I do look at that from time to time. It's quite good as well to edit if you want to edit tags or descriptions or anything like that about your videos. Once they've been uploaded, you can do it on there on the go. I find that quite useful because sometimes you don't want to have to go to your laptop and sign in and do all that kind of thing. That's annoying. And you've got YouTube, and who doesn't love a bit of YouTube? So how spooky I'm on YouTube. So if I go to my subscriptions now, let's see what's happening. Well, what's home and trending, first of all, is that new Game of Thrones trailer. Have you seen it? I just watched it. It's epic. The music is epic, and the dragons are epic, and the whole thing is epic. And I'm going to say something controversial. I love Game of Thrones, but I think I'm sort of ready for it to come to an end now. I think it's reached its conclusion how it's supposed to. Anyway, so we've got here on my YouTube, I've got some stuff about the Umbrella Academy on Netflix, which I just really enjoyed. An awkward family dinner party on Fleabag Series 2. Guys, do you watch Fleabag? Stop what you're doing, go watch it, it's phenomenal. Some Game of Thrones stuff, some music, Sigrid. I love Sigrid. All about Sigrid right now on BBC Music. That's cool. Yeah, maybe I should do another video where I go through like what I subscribe to on YouTube. I think would that be quite interesting for you to see? I think I'd be interested in seeing what other people are subscribed to. I think I might do that. Lots of booktube stuff, obviously. I'm a big fan of Hollyoaks, so I follow Hollyoaks on here. Lots of cooking stuff. YouTube is one of my favourite things in the world, but sometimes you need more time than Instagram. Just to look at Instagram quickly, you need to invest time in YouTube, so that's that one. Spotify is where I listen to my music. I'm a big fan of a playlist, huge fan of a playlist, so I will tell you what is in my kind of recently played. Perhaps you might be interested in that. So recently played today, I've got my friend Kyle Roberts. I will link to his socials and his YouTube below. He's a local musician, very talented boy. I've got my Kylie playlist. Obviously, when one needs to dance around the kitchen to Kylie. Recently got into Churches, and their album Love Is Dead is one of my new favourite things. I'm really enjoying it. Table Manners with Jessie Ware is possibly my favourite podcast. It is of right now anyway. I'm adoring it, and it's one of my favourite things. I love Nerina Pallot, and her album Stay Lucky is a beautiful, beautiful CD. And I was lucky enough to go and see her last year with Jay in Cardiff, and she was fab. I really, really enjoyed myself. My other favourite podcast at the moment actually is David Tennant does a podcast with. I'm enjoying a bit of David Tennant. I think he's got a lovely voice and a lovely manner. I like his guests. I like how he makes them feel at ease. I'm enjoying that. And the playlist I last listened to was This Is the 1975. I am enjoying a bit of the 1975. So yeah, that's music right now on my phone. I've got my Audible, which is next, and on Audible, the most recent thing I listened to was it's Nigella Lawson reading her book How to Eat, and I'm finding it very soothing and calm. I'm just going to bed listening. Most of the time I go to bed to read, and I read before I go to sleep, but recently I've been going to bed with it on Nigella just talking to me about roast chicken with lemon and thyme and just gorgeous things, and her voice is actually again quite soothing, and the writing is lovely, very lyrical. And before that it was Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Next up I do have a book by Matthew Todd. This is Straight Jacket. This was recommended to me by my friend Chris on Instagram, and I'm really, really looking forward to listening to that because the author's reading it too, so I really fancy a bit of that. I've got my Goodreads. If you want to follow me on Goodreads, the socials, links are all below, and I need to update it more regularly. I'm terribly sorry, I'm not very good at it. It is on my phone, I try my best. It'll happen, I promise you. When I get in the rhythm of reading again, it'll happen. I've got my WordPress, which is next, and that one is something that, again, my YouTube videos are linked to my WordPress, so they post there as well, and I get notifications, but I'm not really part of the conversation. I think I probably should be. I need to start writing a blog again as well, one day. Let's do one thing at a time, guys. There's a lot on my plate right now. Next is the Odeon app, because I'm a member of Limitless and I go to the cinema quite a lot. Although having said that, this year so far, I think I've been once, which is terrible. There's just not been very much out that I've wanted to go and see, and the cinema incidentally is quite small, so it doesn't get as many films as I'd like for it to get. But there we go. I must go soon. I'm on holiday next week, so hopefully I'll go then. I've got my calendar. Ooh. Which I find very useful, and my photos app. Not many very interesting photos right now. I've been filming a lot today, so I've got a bunch of pictures on there that are going to become the thumbnails for the YouTube videos, and pictures of food. And my trip to Bristol last week, and all these things you can see on my Instagram anyway, so go follow. I've got the camera, I've got my contacts, calculator. I do love my calculator. I use it quite a lot, and in work we don't have a calculator, so I use my phone. Sounds ridiculous, but I do use the calculator quite a lot. The clock, this is my alarm clock, so I have to have that there. I have my Canon Camera Connect app. Ooh, that's hard to say. Basically, my EOS M10 camera by Canon has a little button on the side. You can press it and it connects to the app. So you open the app and you can just zap the photos and videos from your camera straight across to your phone, which I find really good for when I take photos, so I can upload them straight to my Instagram and my social medias. With the videos, I do tend to plug it into my Mac and do the editing on there. But yeah, it's really, really useful. Just click a button, they're all there. You click which ones you want, and you got them on your phone. It's fab, it's brill. It's one of the reasons why I got this camera and not another one. I've got a little money file here, which is all about like PayPal, banking, you know, that kind of thing, credit cards, just things that I need to stay on top of, like looking at and paying. So that makes sense. I've got my notes, which I do use them quite a lot actually. I tend to make lists on there. I love the option you can tick. Here I've got my list here, which is YouTube videos for spring 2019. There's a bit of a list I'm going to add to it, and I can see I've got 3 ticked off already. This is number 4. Tick. That feels good. And then I've got eBay, because I am an eBayer. I sell on there and I buy on there, and I do enjoy a bit of eBay browsing when I've got the time. And I've got Amazon. Now Amazon is just something, it's just one of the most convenient things to use for shopping. I use it all the time. All the time. It has pride of place on the front page of my phone. And then the second page is kind of got, I'll show you just like there's only a couple on this page, there's a big blank bit. I've got Time Hop because I do have it. I sometimes look at it. I don't always look at it. It's alright, but it can be quite nice to reflect sometimes on what's happened. But there we go. I've got Google Photos, which I find really good because when you want to make room on your phone, my photos and videos tend to take up quite a lot. I don't delete them very well. So they upload to Google Photos and they're on there. I can delete them off my phone, so it makes my phone work quicker. It's probably something because I've got an older phone now that I use more than other people, but there we go. It's useful and free, guys. Free photo storage, you should do it. FaceTime, wish I used this more, actually. I love a bit of FaceTime. I have Cluster, which is a really, really good app. It's kind of like a private Facebook. So if you haven't heard of it, you invite people to join a little group. You can make as many groups as you want. And then they have access to that group and they can post in that group and everyone can access it and its photos. It's a really useful tool. We actually use it in work for merchandising. So all the shops post in it and you get to see that on Cluster. So that's really, really good. Very handy and free tool if you haven't heard of that. I use IMDb all the time. I'm forever watching telly and watching films and being like, who's he? What's he been in? Where have I seen her before? All the time, IMDb, so useful. And then I have 3 kind of apps that I use to make the thumbnails for my YouTube videos. One's called Typorama, which is where I get the writing on the pictures. One is called Pic Collage, and that just makes me able to turn photos, because when I use, this sounds ridiculous, but when I use the photos from my camera as thumbnails, they are too large in size for the YouTube to let me upload it. It has to be a smaller file, so if you actually turn them around in Pic Collage, you can change the size of it, and that's just an easy way that I found to do it. And something called Over, which is a really, really cool app, and actually I used it to make this new kind of version of what's happening on my thumbnails. You get to have like a, this is what's on the telly box for February. Ooh, sneak preview. So you get to just layer things on top of different things. You can have background colours, pictures, you can turn them around, you can have text. It's a really good free app. You can buy stuff in the app for more things, but I don't bother, I use the free stuff. And yeah, and on the bottom of my phone I've got my calls, my email. I've got 11, I have to open that now and sort that out. My Safari and my settings, and that is mostly my phone. The other ones, I've got like a huge page then of things in files of things I don't use all the time. Lots of store cards and useful things, but not everyday things. And then I've got all the ones here then that came with the phone. Again, they're not everyday for me. The everyday ones are those on the first page and those on the second page. So that's my phone. I hope you enjoyed this little insight. It was very, I don't know, what's the word? Spontaneous. It was very spontaneous. I didn't know what I was going to film when I sat down, and this is what I did. So thank you very much for watching, guys. What have you got on your phone? Any good apps I need to know about? Because I'm all about an app. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.